Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Max and Mia podcast. I'm Max.
And I'm Mia. We're super happy you're here with us today.
If you're learning English and sometimes feel like you keep using the same words or phrases over and over again,
then you're not alone. We totally get it. It's easy to rely on what feels safe or what you hear in textbooks.
But here's the thing. Native speakers often say things in a more natural or relaxed way. And if you want to sound more fluent and confident,
then this episode is just for you.
Today, we're going to help you upgrade your English by replacing some common, overused phrases with more natural, native-sounding expressions.
We've got 20 great examples that will make your English sound more real and more like the way people actually speak every day.
Ready to sound more like a native speaker?
Let's get started. All right, let's start with number 1. You're welcome.
Now, you're welcome is perfectly correct, but native speakers often mix it up with other, more relaxed ways of saying it.
Yeah. For example, instead of saying you're welcome, you can say my pleasure, especially if you want to sound polite and professional.
Exactly. Like if someone says, "Thank you for your help," you can reply with "my pleasure." It sounds warm and friendly.
Another common one is no problem. It's casual and used a lot in everyday situations.
Right. If a friend says, "Thanks for picking me up," you can just say, "No problem."
And here's one more. Anytime. It means you're happy to help again in the future.
So instead of always saying, "You're welcome," try mixing it up with "my pleasure," "no problem," or "anytime." It'll help your English sound more natural. All right. Number 2 is one that we all use a lot. I don't know.
It's totally fine to say I don't know, but if you want to sound more natural, there are some other expressions you can try.
For example, you can say, "I'm not sure." It means the same thing, but it sounds a bit softer and more natural.
Right. Like if someone asks, is the meeting at 3 or 4, you can say, I'm not sure.
Another one is, "I have no idea." It's a bit stronger and shows that you really don't know at all.
And here's a super casual one. Beats me. That's something you'd hear in everyday conversation.
So next time, instead of saying, "I don't know," try, "I'm not sure," "I have no idea," or "beats me."
Number 3 is, I'm sorry. Super common, right?
Yes. "I'm sorry" is polite and always useful. But there are other ways to say it, depending on the situation and how serious it is.
One casual way to say it is my bad. It's short, informal, and people use it all the time.
For example, if you send the wrong file, you can say, "Oops, my bad."
Another option is simply apologies. It's a bit more formal, and you'll often hear it in emails or at work.
Like, "Apologies for the delay." It sounds professional, but still polite.
And if you want to show that it was not on purpose, you can say, I didn't mean to.
Exactly. Like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings."
So, instead of always saying, I'm sorry, try my bad, apologies, or I didn't mean to, depending on the situation.
All right, ready for number 4? Number 4 is goodbye. It's the classic way to say you're leaving, but honestly, it can sound a bit formal or even a little stiff.
Yeah, native speakers often use more relaxed or friendly ways to say goodbye, especially with friends or coworkers.
One super common one is "catch you later." It's informal and sounds cool and friendly.
Right. Like if you're leaving a chat with a friend, you can say, all right, catch you later.
Another good one is "take care." It's warm and polite, great for when you want to sound kind or thoughtful.
Yeah, like, bye, take care, especially if you're not going to see the person for a while.
And then we have "see ya." Super casual, very common in everyday conversation.
So next time you say goodbye, try one of these. Catch you later, take care, or see ya. It'll make you sound more like a native speaker.
Expression number 5 coming up.
Number 5 is good luck. It's something we all say when someone has a test, an interview, or something important coming up.
Yep, good luck is great, but there are more fun and natural ways to say it. especially in casual conversation.
One is fingers crossed. It's like saying, I hope everything goes well, and people even make the peace sign gesture while saying it.
Yeah, if your friend says, I have a job interview today, you can say, fingers crossed. It shows support in a friendly way.
Another cool one is break a leg. It sounds strange, right?
Totally. But break a leg is actually a way to wish someone luck, especially before a performance or presentation. It comes from theater culture.
So instead of always saying good luck, try fingers crossed or break a leg, depending on the situation.
On to number 6. Let's go. Next up, number 6. I understand. It's correct, but in everyday conversation, native speakers often say it in a more relaxed way.
One super common option is got it. It's quick, simple, and you'll hear it everywhere.
For example, if someone explains how to do something, you can say, got it, to show you understand.
Another natural phrase is makes sense. It's great when something becomes clear or logical.
Like if a friend explains why they were late and it's reasonable, you can say, makes sense.
And don't forget, I see what you mean. It's useful when you understand someone's point of view or what they're trying to explain.
So instead of just saying, I understand, try saying, got it, makes sense, or I see what you mean. They'll help you sound more fluent and natural.
All right, ready for number 7? Number 7 is I'm tired. We all say it, especially after a long day, but native speakers often have more colorful ways to express it.
One of the most common is I'm beat. It means you're really tired and it's super casual.
Like after work, you might say, wow, I'm beat. I just want to sleep.
Another one is I'm exhausted. It's a bit more intense than tired and sounds a little more formal.
Yeah, like I've been studying all day. I'm exhausted.
And then there's I'm wiped out. It's also very informal and great for when you feel completely out of energy.
So instead of just saying I'm tired, try I'm beat, I'm exhausted, or I'm wiped out, depending on how tired you really are.
Okay, expression number 8 is coming right up. Number 8 is I'm very hungry. That's something we all say. But native speakers often go for something more expressive.
One super common phrase is I'm starving. Of course, it doesn't mean you're actually starving. It just means you're really hungry.
Like if you skipped lunch, you might say, I'm starving. Let's get something to eat.
Another fun one is I could eat a horse. It's a funny exaggeration, but people use it a lot when they're super hungry.
It might sound strange at first, but it's totally normal in English. Like, I haven't eaten all day, I could eat a horse.
So instead of just saying, I'm very hungry, try I'm starving. Or I could eat a horse. You'll sound more expressive and native-like.
All right, on to expression number 9. Let's go.
Next up, number 9. I'm very happy. A great feeling, right?
Absolutely. But instead of always saying very happy, there are some more vivid and native ways to say it.
One of them is I'm thrilled. It means you're really excited and happy about something.
For example, I got the job. I'm thrilled. Short, natural, and full of emotion.
Another fun one is I'm over the moon. It's a bit more poetic and often used when something amazing just happened.
Like, she said yes, I'm over the moon. It sounds joyful and expressive.
So instead of just saying I'm very happy, try I'm thrilled or I'm over the moon. It'll make your English come alive.
Expression number 10 coming up. Let's keep the good vibes going. Next, we have I'm angry, a phrase we use when we're feeling upset or frustrated.
But instead of always saying I'm angry, there are more natural ways to express it.
One option is I'm pissed off. It's very common in informal conversations and means you're really mad.
Yeah, like if someone really annoys you, you might say, that's it, I'm pissed off. It's a bit strong, but it's used a lot.
Another way is I'm fuming. This means you're so angry that you can almost imagine steam coming out of your ears.
Exactly. Like if something really frustrates you, you could say, I'm fuming right now.
So instead of always saying I'm angry, try I'm pissed off or I'm fuming. It'll make your English sound more expressive. Next up, we have that's easy, a phrase we use when something doesn't seem difficult at all, right?
Definitely. But instead of always saying that's easy, there are a couple of ways you can make it sound more natural and native.
One of the most common expressions is piece of cake. It's a fun way to say something is super easy, just like eating a simple piece of cake. No effort at all.
Yeah, exactly. If someone asks you if a task is hard and it's actually really simple for you, you can reply with, "Oh, that was a piece of cake." It sounds casual and confident.
Another great one is no biggie. This is short for no big deal, and it's a very informal way of saying something wasn't difficult or wasn't a problem at all.
Exactly. If someone thanks you for helping them with something super small, you can just reply with, "No biggie." It shows that it was no trouble at all.
And if you really want to sound relaxed, you can say things like, "It's a piece of cake," or "No biggie," instead of always saying, "That's easy." You'll sound way more natural, like a native speaker.
It's a great way to add a little more personality to your English, right?
Definitely. So, next time you're faced with something that's simple for you, don't just say, "That's easy." Spice it up with piece of cake or no biggie. Now, let's talk about I agree. We all use it when we want to show that we're on the same page with someone.
That's right. But instead of always saying, "I agree," there are other more natural ways to express your agreement in English.
One super common one is totally. It's a quick and easy way to show that you really agree with someone.
Exactly. If someone says, "This movie is amazing," you can respond with, "Totally." It's like saying, "I couldn't agree more."
Another one that's used a lot is you got it. It's very casual and shows that you completely agree or understand something.
Right. If a friend says, "Let's meet at 6," you could reply with, "You got it." It's like saying, "Sounds good to me."
And don't forget, I'm with you. This one is a little more conversational, and it's great when you want to show that you're on the same side as someone.
For example, if someone is talking about an idea you both share, you can say, "I'm with you on that." It's a way of saying, "I agree with your point."
So instead of always saying, "I agree," try using totally, "You got it," or "I'm with you." These are more relaxed, natural ways to show agreement.
And they'll definitely make your English sound more fluent and casual.
Next, we have I don't care. We all say it when something doesn't matter to us, but it can sound a bit blunt sometimes.
Exactly. If you want to sound more natural or less direct, there are some better ways to express it.
One super casual option is whatever. It's often used when you're not really bothered by something and don't have a preference.
Yeah, if a friend asks you, "Do you want pizza or burgers?" and you really don't care, you can just say, "Whatever."
Another great phrase is doesn't bother me. It's a little more polite and shows that you're fine with whatever the other person chooses.
Exactly. If someone says, "Do you mind if we go to the park?" you can reply, "Doesn't bother me."
So instead of always saying, "I don't care," try using whatever or doesn't bother me. They'll make you sound more natural and easygoing.
It's always good to have a few different ways to express that you're not really concerned.
Now we have it's not important, a phrase we use when something isn't a big issue, right?
Exactly. But instead of always saying, "It's not important," there are more casual and natural ways to say it.
One common expression is no big deal. It's informal, and it means that something isn't something to worry about.
For example, if someone apologizes for being late, you can say, "No big deal. It happens." It shows that you're not bothered by it at all.
Another simple one is it's nothing. This is a great way to downplay something, especially when you want to show that it doesn't matter to you.
Right. If someone thanks you for helping them, you can say, It's nothing. It's an easy way to show that it wasn't a big effort.
So, instead of always saying, it's not important, try using no big deal or it's nothing. These expressions will make you sound much more relaxed and natural.
And they really help you sound like a native speaker.
Now we're talking about I like it. It's a phrase we use when something appeals to us, but there are definitely more fun and natural ways to say it.
Totally. One common expression is, I'm into it. This is very casual and shows that you really enjoy or are interested in something.
For example, if someone suggests watching a new series, you can say, yeah, I'm into it. It sounds laid back and enthusiastic.
Another one is, I'm a fan of it. This is a great way to express that you like something, and it's slightly more formal than I'm into it.
Exactly. You might say, I'm a fan of jazz music, or I'm a fan of that band. It shows a deeper appreciation.
So instead of always saying I like it, try using I'm into it or I'm a fan of it. They'll make your English sound more natural and engaging.
And they show a bit more personality, don't they? Next, we have I'm busy. We use this when we don't have free time or when we're occupied with something, right?
Exactly. But instead of just saying I'm busy, there are more natural and expressive ways to say it.
One option is I'm tied up. It's informal and often used when you're involved in something important or when you can't be disturbed.
Right. Like if someone asks if you're free for a call, you might say, sorry, I'm tied up right now. Can we talk later?
Another one is I've got a lot on my plate. This is a great way to say that you have a lot of tasks or responsibilities to handle.
Exactly. For example, I can't take on another project right now. I've got a lot on my plate.
So, instead of just saying I'm busy, try using I'm tied up or I've got a lot on my plate. These expressions sound more natural and give a clearer picture of what you're dealing with.
And they also make you sound more fluent and relaxed in English.
Now let's talk about I'm scared, a phrase we use when we feel afraid or anxious.
Yes, but there are more natural and sometimes even fun ways to express fear or being scared in English.
One option is I'm freaked out. It's very casual and often used when something really frightens or unsettles you.
Exactly. If something gives you a shock, like a scary movie or a spooky situation, you can say, I'm totally freaked out.
Another way to say it is I'm spooked. This is also informal, and it's often used when something gives you a spooky or eerie feeling.
Right. If you hear a strange noise at night, you could say, I'm a little spooked right now. It's a great way to express that kind of uneasy fear.
So, instead of always saying I'm scared, try using I'm freaked out or I'm spooked. It adds some color and energy to your expression.
And they sound a lot more natural in casual conversation.
Now we have let's go, a simple phrase we use when we're ready to leave or start something.
Exactly. But instead of always saying, let's go, there are a couple of fun and natural alternatives to make it sound more lively.
One great option is let's hit the road. This is commonly used when you're about to leave or start a trip, especially if you're excited or in a hurry.
Yes, like if you're going on a road trip with friends, you can say, all right, let's hit the road. It gives a sense of adventure.
Another one is let's roll. It's another way of saying let's get going or let's start, and it has a fun, energetic vibe.
Exactly. It's great to use when you're ready to start an activity or go somewhere, like, let's roll, it's game time.
So instead of just saying let's go, try using let's hit the road or let's roll. These sound more lively and add some extra energy to your conversation.
And they'll definitely make your English sound more casual and fun.
Now, let's talk about be careful. We use this to warn someone to watch out or stay safe, right?
Exactly. But instead of always saying be careful, there are a few other ways to give the same advice in a more casual, natural way.
One common expression is watch out. It's often used when there's something dangerous or risky nearby, like if you see someone about to trip.
Right. You might say, "Watch out, that step is slippery." It's quick, and it gets the message across clearly.
Another good one is, "Take it easy." This is used when you want to remind someone to slow down or not stress out too much.
Exactly. If someone is in a rush or really anxious, you could say, "Take it easy, everything will be fine." It's a gentle way to remind them to relax.
So instead of just saying, "Be careful," try using "watch out" or "take it easy." They're more natural and sound more friendly and informal.
And they make your advice sound a lot more conversational.
And finally, we have "hurry up," a classic phrase we use when we want someone to move faster.
Yes, but instead of always saying "hurry up," there are some more lively and casual ways to say it.
One of the most common alternatives is "step on it." This is often used when you're in a rush and need someone to go faster, especially when driving.
Exactly. Like if you're in the car and running late, you can say, "Come on, step on it." It's like telling someone to speed up.
Another fun one is "chop chop." It's a playful and informal way to tell someone to hurry up.
Right. You might say, "Chop chop, we're going to be late." It's a bit of a command, but it sounds lighthearted.
So instead of just saying "hurry up," try using "step on it" or "chop chop." They're more energetic and fun, and they'll make you sound more natural.
And they definitely give your words some extra personality.
And that wraps up today's episode. We hope these 20 expressions help you sound more natural and confident when speaking English.
Yeah, and remember, using these phrases will definitely make you sound more like a native speaker. Practice them, and you'll notice the difference.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on more helpful tips and fun conversations.
And if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment with your favorite expression from today's list.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you next time on the Max and Mia podcast.
Take care and keep speaking like a